Hi everyone, it's Morgyn from For the Love of Paper, and I am back with my second to last December Project Life spread. So there's this one and then one more, and I do also have my back title page. It's not really a title page, ending page. I'm not really sure what to call it. The last page of my album, but I didn't film that one unfortunately, so I will just add that into my 2016 Project Life flip through instead. And then we are on to 2017, and I am actually caught up already, not with videos. I've still got to edit and do some voiceovers on those, but I have actually scrapped all of January, which is awesome because we are, what are we? We are the 10th of February now, and I have caught up with January already, so I am super duper happy about that. So this one here is just a random assortment of photos from throughout the month, because all the other spreads were Christmassy type ones. So this one and the next one were just other random bits and pieces that happened during the month. This photo here is of Sam and my mum's dog Max chilling out on, my mum got some new chairs. They're like I don't know what they're made out of. It's like this plastic material, but it's not even material, it's like plastic ribbon maybe, I don't know, tubing, and it's like a bucket seat, and it's really comfortable. So I struggle to get out of them being pregnant. I can get in, but it's a struggle to get back up again, so I generally just don't sit in them when I go to her place. But Sam and Max were having a good old cuddle and a hangout in there, and it was just too cute of a photo for me to let it slip by. So that's what that one is, and I just added a date journaling spot along with a little wood veneer heart to that one. And this photo here was of Sam getting fitted for his school shoes for this year, and we went to one of the, I'm not sure what it is, Athlete's Foot possibly here in Australia, I think is where we went. And so they do, like, they measure the foot and then they get you to walk around on the special mat, and they test however, like, the way you walk in the shoes and stuff, which was pretty cool. And we got some that fitted him really well, which was awesome because he's got quite wide feet, but they're not incredibly long, so getting a shoe that fits is sometimes a little bit difficult for us. So they did cost a fair amount of money, so I am hoping they last at least 2 terms, if not longer. I'm really hoping. We did get them a little bit bigger so that he could grow a little bit before we had to buy more, but he just thought it was the best thing ever, getting to run around the shop in his new shoes and everything. So I thought I would record that little memory here. And I had just done a massive big purge and clean out of my craft room, and I'd found a couple of old paper pads. I don't even know what they were from. I think, yeah, I'm not even sure what company they were from. They're so old, and I decided that I should probably try and use them up a little bit. So these that arrow embellishment and the paper that I used at the back, the yellow one, were both from that old kit. Old paper pad. I think it was like 6.5 by 6.5. It was a really random size. It wasn't 6 by 6, and I don't think it was 8 by 8. It was a strange size paper pad. So trying to use up some older things from my stash. This photo here was of Sam giving me a foot massage. I've had swollen feet a little bit throughout this pregnancy, and also because it's so darn hot here in Queensland, my feet have been a little bit swollen. So he actually offered to give me a foot massage. I didn't even have to ask, which was so nice. It was the best thing ever. So I just recorded my view of of him doing that. And going back to using up my stash, I've actually got a video that I'm filming at the moment, or I've recorded it in a couple of parts, of building a bit of a kit out of my old stash. So I'm trying to use stuff that I have not bought in the last probably 6 to 8 months. So everything has to be older than pretty much 6 months old that's going in the kit. And I'm going to see how many layouts I can make out of that kit. So I will try and film me making the kit. I don't think I'll be able to film every single layout, otherwise I will have videos coming out every single day, and I just don't think I can keep up with that at the moment. It's just not going to happen. But I will try and film as many as I can, and then I'll do a flip through at the end of however long it takes me to use up the kit. It might take me a few months, it might take me the whole year to use it up, you never know. It will be quite an extensive kit that I'll put together, but just trying to match up a few different things and use up some old stuff. It has to be older stuff. So that's a bit of a project I've got coming up. This photo here was of Frank and his concoction of food. He got a hot dog bun and he warmed it up and he put a banana in it with some peanut butter, and then he melted some chocolate and poured that over the top. And I told him that it would be absolutely disgusting, and I was in fact right. It was gross. He did eat it all, but I think maybe a couple of mouthfuls right at the end, because I told him that he was going to waste all that food. He had to bloody eat it, and he did. But he said it wasn't something that he wanted to try and replicate ever again. And he took the photo himself. That is a selfie of him doing that. He thought he'd picked up his camera or his phone, but it was actually mine. So I ended up with a whole bunch of selfies on there, and I thought I'd put them in my album because it was quite funny. And this photo is, what is it? Oh, it's when we had a massive storm. We had a really, really bad storm. I think it was just before Christmas or just after Christmas. I can't remember, but there was hail and wind and rain and lightning, and Sam was freaking out. He thought all the windows were going to break, and we've got a bit of a pergola patio area out the side of our house, which is, I think I was counting then, counting the date, and it, like, our back door is set back quite far from the edge of the patio. It's probably a good 3.5 meters, maybe even 4 meters from where the shade ends. And the rain was coming in so sideways, it was hitting the top of our windows under this pergola. So that gives you a bit of a explanation of how ferocious this storm was. Our trampoline nearly flew away. We were so lucky that it didn't, because that would have been costly and disastrous. But we did lose power that day. I think I was trying to film a video and the power kept surging, and we ended up just having to forget about doing anything for the rest of that day. It didn't come back, the power didn't come back on until like 2 a.m. in the morning. They were out the front doing, I could hear them out there doing that. So that's what that one was. And I just cut a bit of a slit in the filler card to slot that in there. And this one here was just another filler card that I had printed. I can't remember what collection that was from. And it's just a photo of Sam with a Lego heart that he had made me. Just, oh, have I still got it? No, I think I eventually gave it back to him. I loved it so much. It was so colourful and pretty. I had it sitting on my shelf in my office for weeks and weeks, but I think he wanted some of the pieces back, so I had to give it back to him, and he's probably turned it into something else by now. But it was just so freaking adorable that he'd gone and made this heart for me. I'm definitely his favourite at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what I've done, but I'm definitely the flavour of the month currently. So yeah, I just mounted that on another bit of that yellow to try and give it a bit of a cohesive look to the whole page, so it kind of just know, comes together and it's not too much of a random mismatch of things. And just adding a little journaling spot to it, which is only little. What's the next one? Oh, this one was of Sam being Superman Sam, and he had his Minecraft diamond pickaxe in his pocket, and he had out the back, and he had a lightsaber. I think that was actually lying on the bed, and then he decided to stand. Frank was lying down on the bed, and he decided to stand on Frank like he'd conquered a mountain or something. And yeah, it was striking all these poses, and they called me in and asked me to take photos. He's like, "Mummy, you take some pictures, take a picture." So there was actually quite a big series of these, and I have printed out a couple of 4x6s of the series of photos that I wanted to scrap as a normal layout. So you will probably see that photo in big format coming up shortly. Once I get it scrapped. I haven't scrapped it yet. It's sitting on my desk. And this one was a photo of some cloth nappies that I had bought. We are doing modern cloth nappies, I think they were called, MCN, for baby number 2 this time around, to save some money and, you know, be good for the environment and everything. And I didn't think that I could get so excited over nappies, but oh boy, you can, when they are so freaking cute. And you just can't wait to have a little squishy bottom to put them on. Yeah, so I had to take a photo of some of those that I got. And I got one that was a kiwi themed one, so I thought that was quite appropriate for us, or for me anyway. So that's what that was. And then I swapped that card around. Well, there you go. And then I used that one just as a plain journaling spot. Oh, I think I stick a sticker on that one. Sorry, I filmed this quite a while ago, and I'm only just getting around to doing them, the voiceovers and the editing. I know I haven't really had any videos out the last couple of weeks. We had I wasn't feeling all that great for a little bit, and then my grandmother in New Zealand actually passed away, so I just didn't feel like scrapping for a few days. So I kind of got a little bit behind in filming and editing, so that's why there hasn't been any. I think I got one up yesterday, and then I haven't really had any up for the last couple of weeks, so I apologize. We should be back to regular scheduling from now. Usually I'm a couple of weeks ahead, and I think I was about probably only a week ahead. So then when you don't do anything for a week and a half, it's kind of backlogs. So yeah, we're getting back into the swing of things now. And I do have quite a few videos ready to go up in April for after I've had the baby. So I'm trying not to use those up either, so that I have something when I'm not scrapping at all. And I think that is this layout done. So I just used the love on that top card, and then I put the typewriter in the second one. And I actually have realized now that there's a whole card that I never did anything on. There you go. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.